Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. So over the weekend, we saw some choppy sideways price action and then beautifully bounced from this ascending trend line that I have been watching over the last couple of days. So why is this significant here? Well, what you can see right here is that currently we are trading at about 68.7K. And if we take a look at the CME futures gap, what you can see right here is that we have a CME gap at about 68.6K for the Bitcoin price. And the reason that this is important is because typically over 90% of CME gaps tend to get filled. So when this market starts trading again later today, I am expecting the Bitcoin price to open up around this price here. So yesterday we were trading at about 68.2K. And as I said at the time, I am expecting the price to kind of creep up a little bit to the upside in order to fill the CME gap. Now, taking a look at this bearish divergence that we had in the charts here, where we had higher highs in the Bitcoin price and lower highs in the RSI momentum indicator, this also beautifully played out as expected, where we got a break from all of this bullish price action that we had been seeing recently, and yeah, just saw some choppy sideways price action instead over the weekend. And what you can see right now is that we have invalidated this bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, meaning that there is now a possibility for another move to the upside here. And yes, my analysis here also remains the same. So long as we keep trading above this ascending trend line, I am basically expecting the Bitcoin price to just continue to make higher highs and higher lows. Besides that, we are still breaking out above this descending channel on the 1-day time frame. So this is also still looking good. Although we could pay attention towards this RSI momentum indicator, which is about to get into overbought territory here on the 1-day time frame. But as you can see right here, it is completely possible for this RSI to actually stay in overbought territories for quite some time. And therefore, it wouldn't be surprising to me if we now continue to basically keep going higher, so long as we keep holding, like I said, that ascending trend line. One thing that is also playing out as expected is this RSI momentum indicator, where we have seen it reset a little bit to the downside, meaning that there is now again more room to the upside, but we didn't fully reset to this 50 level here because we are in such a strong uptrend. So this is also playing out as expected for now. So you may think like, hey, all of this analysis so far has been quite bullish. What is something that I should be looking out for in the charts as a potential short-term warning signal? Well, that's what I'm going to dive into right now, because as always, guys, even when the market is pumping like crazy and everyone is making money like crazy as well, I want to be as objective as possible and to show you everything that I'm seeing in the charts, even if it is a bearish signal when everyone is bullish. If we take a look at this short term for Bitcoin, so this 4-hour time frame, if we see a move below this ascending trend line, I think at the very least, we will get some kind of short-term bearish price action before resuming to the upside. But sometimes breaking a trend like this, especially because we have been in this for a little bit of time here, basically over a week, sometimes breaking a trend like this can actually be quite bearish in the short term. So that could be a potential warning signal to look out for. Besides that, also just keep an eye on this 4-hour RSI for Bitcoin, because if this again is just moving heavy into overbought territory, similar to what we saw right here, often you will see that the price is going to cool off a little bit in the immediate short term. Now, besides that, one last thing on this 4-hour time frame is, let's say that we now make a higher high in the Bitcoin price. You could draw a trend line like this, where we could expect some kind of resistance there. But at the same time, if we are not at that time making a higher high in the RSI, then in that case, we have a bearish divergence once again, where we have higher highs in the Bitcoin price, but lower highs in the RSI momentum indicator. And this again would point to either some choppy sideways price action or some bearish momentum in the short term, basically a break from all of that bullish price action that we have been seeing up until that point, until that bearish divergence gets invalidated by the price basically trading above this trend line, or again, that RSI breaking above the RSI trend line. So those are just some things to look out for in the charts in this coming week here. One last thing could be the Bitcoin ETF flow tables, which I show you guys every day here on the channel. So I'm going to start covering that once again on Tuesday. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of these important updates, because the Bitcoin ETFs do have quite a bit of impact on the markets. And therefore, if they are flipping bearish once again, you need to know that when it is happening, because that again could be a potential warning signal. Lastly, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. And what you can see right here is that we are about to grab a bunch of liquidity to the upside, about $26 billion sitting at about 70.3K. So yeah, what you may notice is that that's not too far from where we currently are, and we would take out $26 billion worth of people that are shorting the Bitcoin price. So to me, seeing a move up here in order to grab all of this liquidity here doesn't seem too crazy, even when we are inside this big level of resistance. So this has been today's market update. If you want to trade crypto or just Bitcoin with leverage, then make sure to check out the links in the video descriptions, because these are the best crypto exchanges that I personally trade on as well. And a lot of my community trade on these exchanges too. I've split out 3 exchanges based on what your location is and if you want to KYC or not. So again, go check it out. Regardless if you do end up registering on those exchanges or not. Thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.